My name is Brian Pillman Jr., and you're watching the Rasslin Rage YouTube show. Oh!
It's going down! This is Rasslin Rage! Do it now! This is Rasslin Rage! Scream it out loud! This is Rasslin Rage! Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade! It's going down! This is Rasslin Rage! We'll do it now! This is Rasslin Rage! Scream it out loud! This is Rasslin Rage! Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade!
And now it's time for Rasslin Rage with your host, Cody Fleming.
Hey, welcome to Rasslin Rage. That is right. This is in fact episode 205, my friend. I checked it. I did check it earlier, but I'm going to check it again just to be sure, because I don't want the people on Podbean, the people that listen to us on Podbean and all the other places, right. I don't want them to be confused, right? Because on episode, 203, we were on 204, or we were on 204 and we said 203, or I said 203, and then from that point it was episode 203 for the rest of the day, right? And this is episode 205. In fact, 205. I just wanted to make sure that we get that correct, right? So 205 in the house, bing bang boom. How you doing, right? How you doing? All right, very good. But so as we said, episode 205 of Rasslin Rage, right here on the Rasslin Rage YouTube channel. This is, in fact, the spot where you will find all the content you need to stay up to date on all things Michigan indie wrestling. Tonight, we have the results from Horror Slam, Blue Collar Wrestling Alliance, Mr. Chainsaw Pro Wrestling, and Ultimate Championship Wrestling. Unfortunately, we do not have the results from Pure Pro Wrestling. We've reached out. We have not got a response. If we do get those before Tuesday, 6:30-ish, we'll say. Ish. Yeah, if they send them to us at 6:30, it ain't happening. Nope. But if we get them before MIW on Tuesday at 6:30, right here on our Rasslin Rage YouTube channel, r2youtube.com. Cheap plug. I will. Oh, it's our show. I can plug whatever I want, right? But we will. Maybe not. You might. Never mind. Well, we will. We will. We will present those on Tuesday again. Like I said, if we get them. So let's get this thing rolling, shall we? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to introduce myself as the creator of Rasslin Rage and the Rasslin Rage YouTube channel, all things Rasslin Rage. I am, in fact, Cody Fleming. Joining me tonight, as always, are my co-hosts, or at least for the past 100 and something episodes, 104 episodes. No, 102. I don't know. Yeah, 102 now. 102. 102. Their 102nd episode here. But I have the happiest of Harpers. That is right. The ice cream man, Josh Harper. Also, the grumpiest of all the grumps. I thought you were the grumpiest man in Michigan. Did somebody take that away from you?
No, man. I'm nationwide now.
Okay. All right. But he is the real deal heel. He is Danny Beals. Hello, gentlemen, and thank you for joining me tonight for 205.
Danny, I'd like to say congratulations. I know that you have officially beaten the grumpiest man in Wisconsin, and you're now the grumpiest of all the grumps. So congratulations to you. You see, you know how you can crack a smile? That's how you maintain that kind of integrity. Good job, Danny. Now, if you're watching us live, how you doing? What's up?
How you doing?
You doing good? I tell you what, I woke up this morning, allergies are kicking my butt. I don't know about you. How you guys doing with that? You good?
You don't take allergy pills?
I do. You know what that does? It makes me take a nap.
Okay.
Makes him wake up a decade early.
Right? So, if you're watching us anywhere else, come on over. Join us in the live chat. If you're watching us later on in Podbean, How you doing? Come on over to r2youtube.com. Make sure you hit a subscribe. You hit that bell, because hitting that bell is the best way to know that you're staying up to date with everything that's currently going on r2youtube.com. That is if you're coming up. Did you go to like 1996 and go to Quarter Machine? How did you get that?
Early. Actually, 2 decades now.
Yeah. But if you hit that bell, you're going to stay up to date with Rasslin Rage on Sundays. You're going to stay up to date with MIW on Tuesdays. You're going to stay up to date with the judging of Indie Idol, which happens live on Monday night. Not to mention the interviews, matches in Michigan Indie Idol itself, which have all of those promos dropped now, Cody?
Yeah.
All of those promos have dropped now for the new contest that will be judged tomorrow live, including me versus TJ Meyer in a Falls Count Anywhere street fight. So make sure you check out those. Make sure you check out everything else that's going on r2youtube.com. Make sure, Raven, holy crap, that you're hitting that bell to stay up to date with everything going on.
I think we jumped a timeline. Thank you to Grizzly Pro Wrestling, PKSA Karate, the Michigan-made Monster Mongo, American Wrestling Experience, Davison Sarai, the Blacksheep Justin Dream, F5 Wrestling, 1/3 of the Pro Wrestling All-Stars Trios Champion, the Spyder. All of their media links can be found down in the description. If you would like to become a sponsor of MIW and Rasslin Rage, you can contact one of us and we will make it happen for you.
Juan, you ready for this one? You ready? Look, watch this.
Oh, dude. There you go.
1998.
Ooh.
Anyways.
All right, so were you black and white or were you red and black?
No, I was red and black. I was originally, white and black because that's what it was. And then once the wolf pack went off, I was all wolf pack, dude. In the house. Right. Wolf pack in the house. Ow. All right. So anyways, Rasslin Rage and Michigan Independent Weekly, along with any interviews, are also available on Podbean and all the major podcast platforms. That is a fact, Jack. You can scroll down into the description and you can find our Podbean. You can search Rasslin Rage on Google or anywhere, and you can listen to us pretty much anywhere. So just go ahead and search. Something's wrong with the stream.
Never mind, it stopped it pretty much anywhere.
There we go. It came back. It's back.
We'll be back.
Stupid internet. So we're back.
You telling me no one saw my flaming juggling chainsaw trick?
Okay, anyways. Not sure what's going on. Stupid Comcast.
All that work for nothing, Josh.
So we're starting out the weekend from Friday's episode or event. What is going on? Something's not right. It's saying the stream is poor, but it's not showing anything in this stream.
This seems to be going okay now.
All right. Well, we'll continue on. We apologize. We're not sure. I don't know if it's the internet connection or what's going on, but something ain't right. Something ain't.
Cody's got that Obama internet. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No, I don't. Trust me on that. I pay a lot of money for my fucking internet. Trust me on that shit. Shut up. Josh, I'm going to smack you.
Dang it, Josh. Thanks a lot.
All right. So
back to Michigan.
Right. Friday night, the Victory Gym in Brownstown was the host to Horror Slam's Death Valley Driver. Opening event was Big Con pinning Ace Evans.
In the next matchup, we had Schwartzy taking on the captain, Tony Garrix, with Schwartzy pinning the captain.
Then it was Big Murph defeating Danny Astro and Saturn Price.
Sorry, I'm checking on stuff for the stream.
Tyler Coleman and
Da da.
You say
Do shish. Shoo. She.
I figured you
Are you done now? Okay, here we go. Kyler Coleman in Forever Young, now known as Boo Boo, defeated the Dread King Logan and Zach Thomas to become the new Horror Slam Tag Team Champions. I heard there was a chair shot involved that allowed them to get the victory.
Shenanigans.
a chair shot at Horror Slam Wrestling, Cody? Wow. Why, the next thing you know, there might be like a Monroe ringside at XICW, or maybe BCWA is gonna I don't know, like start on time, or oh wait, these are things that happen all the time.
Interesting. Oh, wait till you read this.
LJ Lawrence, the karate bad boy, everybody's favorite karate bad boy, had a match against like Shogun.
He almost called him a girl. Did you hear that? Did you hear that, Dan? I heard he said good. And then he stopped.
He's gonna your head.
These two had a kumite match. It was supposed to be to the death, and when it came down to it,
Kumite.
they were both too powerful. Went to a draw.
How can a kumite come to a draw? Anyway, Dirty Ron McDonald and Briar Wellington.
Josh, ready, Josh?
All right.
Here we go. Atlas Hightower pinned Sean Lawhorn to win the undeniable championship.
In a four-way match, we had MM3 taking on Jason Hotch, Tommy Vendetta, and Jack Price. When it came down to it, they just couldn't beat the process. The process retains his heavyweight championship.
And Brutus Atwell defeated fellow Hardbody and Brett Havoc.
All right. So next, that's it. Huh? That's all they got there. That's short night for BC or for Horror Slam. But next up, we have BCWA, the show we were at. Like I said in the chat earlier, if you didn't catch us live on our Facebook pages, MIDub and Rasslin Rage, head back on over there and watch some of that stuff. It's our own little take on commentary. We are not the official commentators for BCWA. It is Rasslin Rage and Michigan Independent Weekly doing our own thing, right? But I will say it happened on Saturday, on May 22nd. That's right. And it took place at the Copeland Center, as it always does. It was called Judgment May, and it was in Wyandotte. The pre-show VIP match was Nick Braxton. There goes the most right woman in Michigan. I seen her. The VIP match, Nick Braxton over Clunk the Clown. By the way, Clunk the Clown had a lot to say to a lot of the people in the stands.
I mean, he pulled Nick Braxton away from a gimmick table and to get his butt kicked. Yeah. See, don't mess with a man's money. He'll stomp you.
Hey, real quick, I know he probably ain't watching, but I just want to say thank you to Joe Robalewski for these. Friend of mine from back in the day.
I'd also like to say thank you to Cody for being able to go back in time to talk to his friend from 1998, and he didn't change the current timeline. Thank you very much, Cody. Also, Dean Hendricks came out and had an absolutely amazing match with Rob Frost. When everything was all said and done, though, Rob Frost ended up being the winner of that match.
And it was Ken Cash with the
money.
Man, you know what? You got to give it to Ken Cash. Either Forever Young or Soul Taker. I'm thinking it's probably was Soul Taker playing my games with Ken Cash, and he still ended up coming out with the win.
But see, and then we thought maybe it was Forever Young.
At first we did.
And then Forever Young blamed Soul Taker for his loss, saying it was Soul Taker's fault. But was it Forever Young playing it and then not really playing the joke? Or I don't know, man. Like, we're gonna have to find out. But
Forever
we
Young
kept our word.
You to not let Soul Taker know he blamed him.
Well, no, we kept our word.
We were live on Facebook, so
I said we will make sure that Soul Taker knows that Forever Young blamed him for the loss. So we kept our word. We are men of our word.
Yeah, but he didn't told you not to. But
yeah, but I didn't say I wouldn't. I know I ain't a priest. You can't tell me stuff. I'm not going to say nothing.
All right. Fair enough. Blue Collar Championship Wrestling's Tag Team Champions, Studio 86 of Bill Martell and Maserati Rick, along with Big Daddy Gaddy, defeated Goats of Cassidy Keith and Blake Bale to retain their Tag Team Championships. And Maserati had a lot to tell us. He basically told us we suck. He did a little thrusts, gyrations and hip thrusts in our area.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are officially the old people from Footloose. he did the gyrations with his hips, and he
he was not happy with the fact that we cheered.
Well, he didn't hump my leg, Josh. Would you rather I said that? Because that's not really what he did. He gave us a chair dance.
Elk was back in action at BCWA, taking on Kenny Steele in a match to remind everyone that Kenny Steele is a superstar. There wasn't a lot of back and forth in this match, and ultimately Kenny Steele won and reminded us all that he is a superstar.
That's what he says anyway.
Right, and then it was TJ Meyer going against Caesar Asher. Caesar Asher, no fan of ours. That is for certain, as he comes over our table and lets us know he's going to show us. We're going to find out who he is. Well, we found out that he couldn't beat TJ Meyer.
No.
That's for sure. Now, TJ Meyer beats Caesar Asher.
Then, in the main event,
I thought he was unionized Justin Maine now.
Yes. Well, this was the main event match, though. But yes, he unionized Justin Maine. They sent out Frogon. They're trying to take away his championship, trying to take away all his clout. You can't beat the man. What does he do? He wins. He beats Frogon so bad, Frogon takes a count out.
He's failing to mention that he handcuffed him to the outside of the ring so he couldn't get back in the ring.
Wait a minute. We don't have no video of that. Nobody saw that stuff.
Actually,
and even if we did, and it did happen, he should have been disqualified. See, that's why he's the champ. All braids. Count out or disqualification. Either way, Justin Maine retains the BCWA championship.
Facts. The next show we're going to talk about was from the Coliseum in Kalkaska, Michigan. You know that means we're talking about Mr. Chainsaw Pro Wrestling.
Sold out. Always sold out.
Always. In the opening contest, The Purge, that's Sean Tyler and Kevin Calloway, defeated 9-5 this Lewis Landon and Jack Belleville to become the new, the new Mr. Chainsaw Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championships. Because every night is Purge night.
Congratulations to the Purge.
Purge.
The second match of the evening saw Eric Redbeard and Brutus Atwell go to war for nearly 15 minutes. In the end, Redbeard picked up the win. After the match, Mikey Zero came to the ring and told Atwell he's learning his lesson and that he'll see him soon.
Uncle Chase Burnett and Solo defeats the prestigious influence of Kyler Coleman and Conrad Lukes in a tag team match, much to the delight of the fans in the Coliseum. So there's a lot of places people don't like Kyler Coleman.
There's a lot of them.
Tommy Vendetta, Michigan's lovable psychopath, took on Alex Shelley in his Mr. Chainsaw Pro Wrestling debut. The crowd was split between the two throughout most of the match, and that left Tommy Vendetta frustrated as he's so used to being the crowd favorite, and that might have played into how Alex Shelley defeated him, winning his debut.
Then it was Justin Kyle and Aaron O'Ryan who went to war in a relaxed rules match. Relaxed rules, huh? That saw doors get busted and fans' chairs get used. In the end, it looked as if Orion was going to be able to give Justin Kyle his first loss at Mr. Chainsaw Pro Wrestling. But with the referee tied up with Tommy Vendetta ringside, Kyle had time to recover and put Aaron Orion away with the spear. Vendetta then snapped on Orion, choking him out with a chair while insulting him and saying that he is done with the death threat.
No, he says while insulting him and what he's done with the Death Threat Army as of late. There you go.
Man alive.
So the vet card members, Max Morrison and the Height Jimmy Shelwyn, defeated the returning Mitch Hewitt and Suplex Shogun Jackson Stone. After the match, 9-5 joined in on the action before the Purge ran all 4 members of the vet card off and challenged them to a 4-versus-4 War Games steel cage match on June 25th at Hell Night as a part of the double header. So there's a double header coming on June 25th.
Nice.
In the main event of Battleground, it was Mr. Chainsaw Pro Wrestling champion Jamal King narrowly walking away with this title after defeating Jason Hotch in what some are calling the most athletic, hard-fought matches in Battleground history. Doesn't surprise me with those two.
Then UCW brought us the King's Ransom to Saginaw, Michigan. To open off the show, it was the working man, Roy Williams, defeating Nick Green.
The Dragon's Lair defeated Johnny Bravo, Nick Bach, and Big Flex Lamario Star.
Yeah, okay. So the Dojo defeated the Kenny Irvin and Schwartzy. What?
Marquis defeated Zach Thomas and Sean Lawhorn in a triple threat match.
You don't make money in the plate if you don't win matches. Make way words. Then it was Monster Quants and Dr. Abby with Nikki Ratu defeating the Great Tiger and Ray Larson.
And then Johnny Bravo, Nick Bach, and Big Flex Lamario Star defeated the Circus of Stars.
In the main event, it was Bryce Sullivan taking on the Dread King Logan. And when it came down to it, the Dread King Logan was still hurting from the beatdown that Kyler Coleman put on him the night before, and he was not able to take on to defeat Bryce Sullivan. Bryce Sullivan defeats and retains his championship over the Dread King Logan.
We trying to bring back Knock Knock?
I didn't see it, so it didn't happen.
You talk about how Dread King is sore from the beating Kyler Coleman gave him.
Man. Josh, you're a dick. All right. So, anyways.
Apparently, Critical Content put that much of a beat down on both of them. They both lost the same night.
Oh, man. We forgot to switch the flyer. Whoops. There's the flyer. My bad. How unprofessional of us. My bad.
Fired.
I am fired. I was so into the show, man. That's what it was. I'm into the show. You're supposed to have one that says Cody's fault, fired. Right? You should say it should have Cody's fault, then fired.
I mean, normally I'm the one getting fired, so that's why I don't have one that says fired.
Somebody should go back through since you started and count in the show how many times and who's been fired more, you or Dan.
Well, I mean, to be fair, normally we get fired before the show.
True.
I got fired twice in the driveway on the drive up to BCWA.
That's true. That's a true statement.
Did you?
Yes, you fired him twice.
Oh, my bad.
As I drove up to your house, it was you're late. Fire!
Yeah.
All right, I guess you got that right. Yeah. So that's it for tonight. I do want to talk a little bit about Indie Idol. The promos for the 4th round are available. I got to tell you, I'm a bit disappointed in this round. Not everybody, but I'm a little disappointed because there's a few people that didn't turn in promos, man, and it's kind of frustrating. I get it, shit happens, but it's frustrating because I feel like sometimes it may be, I say this all the time, but I understand that shit doesn't mean the same to me, or my shit doesn't mean the same to other people as it does to me, right? I mean, we talked about that earlier. I get that. I understand. But man, this shit means a lot to me, dude. And I put a lot of fucking work into this shit, dude. You know what I'm saying? I spend a lot of time at this. So it kind of brings me down a little bit when that shit happens. I'm not trying to be like, well, I'm not going to take my toys and go home. But, I'm like, man, dude, like, it sucks, bro.
Right.
Oh, well, I mean, it is what it is. Somebody's going to win. I mean, it ain't going to be people that ain't turning in promos. Just saying. I hate to be that. I hate to be that, but like sometimes you got to put your fucking foot down. You know what I mean? And
Right.
it is what it is. But yeah, all the promos are available. You can check them out. They're on the Rasslin Rage YouTube. I don't have them on the main page, so you might have to go to videos. So I'll have to set the playlist onto the main page of YouTube. You're only allowed to put so many playlists. So, and I don't want to get rid of the main ones. You know what I'm saying? So like, well,
Right.
stuff has to start shuffling out for the new shit to come in. Yada yada yada. But there's that. Judging is tomorrow, 7 p.m. ish, because I'm not sure. But we shouldn't be that hard. There's like 4 people that we didn't have promos. Alex Steele, I understand. Alex Steele has been diagnosed with lymphoma. How's it said?
Lymphoma.
Is it just lymphoma?
Lymphoma, yeah.
All right. Well, it's a form of cancer, and he started chemo treatments, so he had to remove himself from the competition. And it's an unfortunate thing. I'm sad for him because he was, he may not have won right away, but he was making great progress, and he won the last one, and he was starting to really.
Well, he was winning hearts, man. I mean, people were loving the guy.
Yeah, and he was coming into his own. It's not the end. It's the beginning of a different journey. And
wish him well.
Yeah, so we definitely want to say that we hope that he gets better and everything works out. And then there was 3 other folks that didn't turn in promos. 2 of which contacted me the day of, and 1 I just heard from today. So, but it is what it is. He said, I'm not pissed. I'm just like upset. You know what I'm saying? I'm disappointed because I want this to be huge. Just like I talk about the awards, you know what I'm saying? I have a lot of passion, and that's what is hard sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You get way up here, and when those lows happen,
Right.
they bring you way down. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at right now. I'm a little bit down. Plus some other shit going on in my life anyways, but I don't want to talk about that on here. So down in the description, check it out. If you look in the description of the videos for the promos, you go down in the description of the promo videos of this round. the playlists are available for all the other rounds down there. So if you go down, you scroll down in there, you can check out round 1, round 2, round 3. That way you can get caught up, see where you're at, and get the judgings and all that good stuff. You know, the first judging was taped, second was live, third one was live, and the fourth one's going to be live as well. And we only have one more round before we get to the semifinals. So it's going to be a good day, good time. I'm really interested. Get this, get it. I'm not motivated to get it over with. I like what we're doing, but I can't wait to see who comes out on top. I have a couple people I think that are, but you know, they could tank one. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? They could tank it and it'd be over with. Because once we go to the semifinals, it's a one and you're done, right?
Right.
You lose the semifinal, you're out. See ya. You know, and I hate to be that guy, but it is. It is what it is, right? Got to put your foot down sometimes. So,
way it works.
Tuesday, we'll be back here right here on the Rasslin Rage YouTube channel for Michigan Independent Weekly. MIW. That's every Tuesday right here at 6:30. Rasslin Rage YouTube channel, r2youtube.com. Another cheap plug. And then, you know, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you just never know what you'll see. We're going to get back to doing some interviews soon. I took a little bit of a break just because Indie Idol going on. I got so much shit going on. I just don't have any time to do anything. And my kid was just saying the other day, I don't get to spend a lot of time with you. So got to make some time for my kid, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
well, that's it. That's why I said, you know, the wife's, I was telling you guys, the wife's schedule got changed again. So I might be here on this Tuesday. Next Tuesday, I might not. You know, I'll be in when I can. We all got to do what we got to do.
Yep, for sure. Absolutely. So thank you to everybody out there. Let me give a big shout out to our sponsors before we get out here. American Wrestling Experience, thank you to you. We appreciate your sponsorship. Also, F5 Wrestling. They just announced, F5 Wrestling just announced that they're going to do a couple shows out in Flint here soon. You got the final F-ing where F5 and FU are going to take each other on here in June. And then I believe after that, I believe it's in August, they're going to have a show in Flint, and then they got 2 scheduled to my understanding. So keep your eyes open for that, or head on over to their Facebook page because all that information is down there in the description. Also, we got to say hello and thank you to Davison Sarai. Thank you so much for your sponsorship. She's been a big supporter of Rasslin Rage and MIW. Also, Grizzly Pro Wrestling, where we will be there next month doing our thing once again at Grizzly Pro Wrestling. But we're looking forward to seeing a friend of ours, Shauna Reed, again. She's going against Jocelyn Navarro.
Yeah, it's going to be a great match.
That'll definitely be a good one. And then we have the Spyder, the one, the only, the man, the man who isn't really a man. He's not human. He is the Spyder. He's indestructible. Definitely. He's still ticking. He's better than a Timex. That's right. That's it right the there. Spyder. That's correct, ladies and gentlemen. Also, we want to say thank you to the 3 Faces of Sheepy. Thank you to you, official sponsor of Rasslin Rage and MIW. Amazing stuff. Also, PKSA Karate, Port Huron. That's where I got my black belt. Well, not where I got it, but that's where I trained for many, many years. And then also, we want to say thank you to the Michigan-made monster, Mongo. Thank you to you, sir. And, man, that's a lot. We got some sponsors. If you want to sponsor, please reach out, dude. $20 a month.
Hey, I have a question. Do we ever get things straightened out? I mean, I'm not going to be the one to ask the Blacksheep for money, but.
What are you talking about? I don't ever have to ask him.
No, man. Listen, we got
from
money Busted Dream. Are we getting money from Sheepy and the Blacksheep? I mean, like I said, I'm not volunteering myself to ask the Blacksheep for nothing.
Now, see, hold on. It would be unfair for one of us to have to deal with all 3. So how about this? Cody, you're going to ask Justin Dream.
He already paid me.
Ask Sheepy. I guess, Danny, you're going to have to ask Black Sheep.
Oh, no, I already called.
No, tag you're it.
No tag back.
All right.
Not it. All right, so I need to sponsor. You should sponsor Happy Harper Ice Cream. You should sponsor Rasslin
That
Rage.
does not say Happy Harper ice cream. That's just randomness with Brittany. And until Halloween of next year, she ain't a Harper.
Ooh, dude, you're sleeping on the couch tonight.
Yo,
You are sleeping on the couch.
he was like, I was already gonna do it.
Found out a fantastic way to get a free dozen donuts.
Oh boy, how's that?
If you spend $300 at McCollum's to register for having your ceremony there, you get a free dozen donuts. So if anyone's looking to save some money, that's a good way to get a free dozen donuts.
Spend $300 and get free dozen donuts?
Right?
That's not saving money.
No?
No, because I bet to make that donut, it cost them 10 cents.
Well, crap. I'm horrible with money. I bought my house because it came with a $25 Taco Bell gift card.
Are you the guy that, traded the food stamps for bananas and shit?
Nah, I can't get food stamps.
No, you give people bananas for food stamps.
Why would you do that?
Dude, you'd be surprised what people will just give you for what you can get food stamps for, dude. You'd be surprised.
You're slightly naive, Cody. If someone offered to give you a banana,
I'm slightly naive. Did you just say I'm slightly naive? What?
Hold
Who
on.
the fuck are you talking to?
Someone offers to give you a banana for food stamps, they're not offering to give you a fruit. Just saying. Just letting you know.
I am gonna stab you in your
We
fucking
better get
throat.
out of here before we get
I'm
canceled.
gonna stab this sumbitch in his throat. That's what's gonna happen.
Hey, if I got to sleep on the couch, you don't get a good
You know
night.
what, Brittany? I'm gonna wait till after Halloween so you can cash in the fucking policy. All right? Yeah. Dan, you are redder than red. You all right, dude?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay,
Must
well,
be the lighting in here.
I want to make sure, man. Holy shit!
No, I'm good.
Doesn't he look red as hell, man? He looks like he's ready to fucking have a fucking heart attack down there.
He almost matches his backdrop.
Yeah,
Must
dude.
be the lighting.
Yeah. All right. Well, we appreciate everybody for joining us. Make sure to smash the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, all that wonderful stuff.
We forgot to thank the sponsors for our new camera before we get out of here.
Well, they did. Well, okay. So we did thank our sponsors, but we did get our new camera. But it was kind of like a half and half. Like I had been saving money, and then the sponsorship money, put it together.
That's because somebody's drunk behind knocked it over. Not mentioning any name.
That's not what broke it this time.
Judge. Just saying. I'm fired, ain't I?
This show is over now. You guys have a great day. Fuck these two. You guys have. I'm out of here. I quit.